Okay, we are at the intersection of Laurel Summit Road and J.E. Miller Road. We're on our way to campsite number 1 in the Forbes State Forest. 7 days free camping. We're proceeding down J.E. Miller Road. Chime back in as we approach the campsite. Okay, we're almost to campsite number 1 according to the GPS.
In 600 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
There's supposed to be a gate. The Forbes State Forest gave me a gate code with the permit, with the free permit. And
you have arrived.
It appears that is the gate dead ahead. Well, the gate code worked. Passed a couple trails where we passed at least one trail on our way out to the campsite after we opened the gate. Looking forward to get that tent set up. Scott can start working on the fire while I get dinner ready. Pretty impressed with the Forbes State Forest motorized campsites. Checked out a few. I have a permit for this one tonight. You can camp here up to 7 days free with an approved permit. Looks like we're going this way, Scott. Site number 1. Hey, we found it. Okay, let's go get camp set up, son. We have arrived at campsite number 1 in the Forbes State Forest. We've got camp set up and dinner's on. This is part 1 of a 6-part series on free camping in the Forbes State Forest, Pennsylvania. I'll give you a quick look around the campsite before it gets dark. Actually, it's part 4 of a 6-part video series. Got my son Scott out here with me today. We were exploring other campsites, motorized campsites here in the Forbes State Forest. This is campsite number 1. That's our Amaya tent. Had it up in less than 5 minutes. It's one of those instant tents. Scott's got the campfire going. We're gonna have a little fire tonight. We brought some firewood. And Scott opted for chicken teriyaki, and it looks like I'm having lasagna and meatballs. Got my trusty camp stove going. Not boiling yet. Well, I'm sure I'll be back to show you a little bit of the campfire tonight. We brought stuff for s'mores. Had a long day today, but boy, did we find some sweet campsites in the Forbes State Forest here in Pennsylvania. They're all free camping. 7 days free camping with, just need to fill out a permit application. I'll show you that permit tomorrow morning. Anyhow, I'm going to get back to my dinner, and I'll be checking in with you later. Here's another perspective of campsite number 1. Scott and I have had our dinner. We're just going to relax around the fire a little bit. Huge campsite. They have it all to ourselves. They give you your own gate code. Well, this is our campsite for the night. I'm going to go out a different way tomorrow. I was coming from a different direction than what you would normally come. But this campsite, you could bring a big rig out here, and if you have solar like I do, you can soak up the solar. But we're going to go out the way the state forest routes you in, and see if that's conducive. That approach is conducive to taking a big rig on. So I'll let you know that at the tail end of the video. I may check back in with you later tonight after it gets dark. See you in a few. Before it gets dark, I thought I'd show you the map that the Forbes State Forest gives you. We had checked out campsite 3 and 4 today. We did some other things. Then we came up, we checked out campsite 3, campsite 4, campsite 5. Tonight we are at campsite number 1. Right here, where we're camped tonight. But what I wanted to show you is this is the application for camping permit. It's free to camp here, but you need to fill out this application for camping permit. And one of the reasons I'm doing these videos is you see the location here. Well, you need to know what motorized campsite you're requesting. So, with the benefit of having an online video to go to, you can determine what campsite you want when you fill out this permit if you've never been here before, if you didn't have time to scout it. I emailed my completed permit to that email address, and I had it back the same day. I did it in the morning. I had it back by the afternoon. So anyhow, I wanted to get that out of the way, and I'll see you later tonight. Starting to get dark at campsite number 1, Forbes State Forest. Scott's in there getting his bed ready. Fire is going. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Today was a good recon day. We found some sweet sights today. We're going to be burning this firewood tonight. I'm going to stay up and enjoy this fire. You get your bed already, son? You get your bed already? It's a pretty good fire you got going there.
Yeah.
Well, we just got up. Campsite number 1. Dawn's breaking. It's about 49 degrees. And coffee's on. Well, good morning. We are at campsite 1. We've had our breakfast, we've had our coffee. And so I'm going to give you a little walk around before we start packing up of campsite number 1. We found some, at least one fire ring inside the wood line. But we're going to be leaving here. We're going to go check out campsite 2, which is just a couple miles away. And then we're going to double back on Laurel Summit Road. We're going to take that all the way back up to US Route 30. And see if that approach, that's the approach that the State Forest routes you in, to see if that's big rig friendly. If it is, campsite 1 is definitely big rig friendly. So, I think I told you this is going to be a multi-part video series. So, I'll have some of that footage in our video for campsite number 2. And I may do a little voiceover and tell you whether that Laurel Summit Road was big rig friendly or not in this video toward the end. Here's the campfire ring we found inside the wood line. A lot of fern back in here. You didn't want to pitch your tent out in the open. You could also pitch a tent back in here. But this site is definitely big rig friendly. So far, from based on what I've seen, you can get a big rig in here. It's just I need to go back out that Laurel Summit Road from here out the US Route 30 to see if that road is in fact big rig friendly. And again, I'll do a voiceover, let you know at the tail end of this video. So I'm gonna go explore a little bit around the wood line at this campsite, and I'll chime back in and show you what I found. I think this is one of the largest campsites. This is a single campsite. You have your own gate code. My truck's level there, so you could definitely pull any size RV in there. If you had a large party, you got plenty of room here. So I'm gonna go explore this wood line, and like I said, I'll chime back in here in a few. I'm 3/4 away around the wood line now. That was the only entry that I saw. There's a bog over here. I'm going to show you that, but we're getting into early fall. Look at some of these colors. Bright reds and yellows. There's like a bog up here. Reminds me of a cranberry kind of bog in West Virginia. Down near Cranberry Glades. See that, how it's sunk down in there? There's water down in there. And then right where this post is, I'm not sure what that is. You can see where, like tractors, they must mow this, have sunk down in there. Okay. So you got that one fire ring that's inside the wood line. You got a little bog over in here. There is hiking trails. In fact, last night we heard some hikers, backpackers going through, not too far off in the distance. On the way in, we passed the trailhead. So this is campsite 1 in the Forbes State Forest, 7 days free camping. My son's reading his book. We're gonna get the campsite packed up. There's lots of things to do in and around the Forbes State Forest. In fact, I think I'm gonna do multiple videos covering the various different motorized campsites that we checked out both today or both yesterday and for the remainder of the day. We're going to go up to the Flight 93 National Memorial. It's not far from campsite 1. I think I'm going to do a separate video on things to do in and around the Forbes State Forest in Pennsylvania. So you can look forward to that. Scott and I are going to get things packed up. We got campsite 2 to check out. We're going to check that road out to see if it's big rig friendly. Going back out to US 30, and then we're heading out to the Flight 93 National Memorial. And we're going to finish this up the day up, stopping at campsite number 6 down near the highest point in Pennsylvania. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile on the written video description on YouTube, along with the grid coordinates for campsite number 1 here in the Forbes State Forest in Pennsylvania. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road. Laurel Summit Road coming from US Route 30 is big rig friendly. On the smaller road, going to campsite number 1, there was one tree that had fallen across the road at a 45-degree angle. You can get a big rig through there, but I would take a chainsaw to be on the safe side.